Hey, this is Victor Antonio with another sales motivation tip just for you. Hey, so I'm talking to my friend out of California, Rashid Katai. I think I got that right. Great conversation. And one of the things we talked about is reading books. And he asked me, how often do I read books, or how many books do I read? I said, I typically read at least one a week. Now, he was kind of stunned by that, taken aback by it, says, how is that possible? Well, I'm going to give you the secret to reading a lot of books and getting a lot of good information. See, I have the 100-page rule. Listen carefully, this is important. When I get a book, when I buy a book, what I typically do is read. And once I get to the first 100 pages, I can usually determine whether I want to continue with the book or not. In many cases, they're great books and I just continue reading them. But there's my 100-page test. Now, within those 100 pages, if I start getting bored, losing interest, I stop reading. And then what do I do with the book? I don't know. I Goodwill it, give it away to somebody, or just chuck it. But typically Goodwill it. Now, this is interesting because here's why a lot of people don't read a lot of books. Tell me if this has happened to you. Did you ever buy a book, you read it, you start reading it, and then you go, man, I'm just not feeling this book, just not into the book, right? And so what happens is you put it away and you say, I'll get back to reading that book. A couple of days passes by, maybe you pick it up again, read a couple of more pages, but you're kind of like, well, okay, it's a good book, but you put it right back down. And little by little, you just leave the book there. Now, you don't want to read it anymore, really. You don't want to admit that maybe, but maybe you don't want to read it anymore because you've lost interest. So what most people do is, because they haven't finished that book, they won't buy another book, which means they won't read. See, the problem is very simple. If you lose interest in the book, if it didn't grab you, get rid of it and get a new book that does. See, that's the mindset. That's what keeps you moving forward. If you don't like a book, get rid of it. Again, Goodwill it, give it away to a friend, whatever. But read the next book. And then what I do is when I read a book, I'm always looking for nuggets, little pieces of information that I can extract from the book. And that's what's really worth it to me. I'll spend $15 on a book, and if I can just get one nugget out of that book, that was worth the $15. So again, go through a book when you get it. Go through it, and if you lose interest, get rid of it. Go to the next book and watch. You'll start finding books you really like. Again, sometimes we pick up a book thinking it's going to be the best book, turns out to be a dud. I've picked up books that I go, this can't be that good, and wind up reading the whole thing, maybe twice because it's that good. So we never know. So my whole thing is, if you don't like it, get rid of it, give it away, Goodwill it, and then move on to the next book. This will keep you moving forward and you learning. And that's the most important piece. You gotta keep learning. This is Victor Antonio with another sales motivation tip, reminding you, selling ain't hard when you know how. Take care.
Every manager can feel it. The difference between a motivated, value-driven sales team and one that's stuck in a rut. CEOs know the difference too. They can see it clearly in the profit and loss columns. The question is, how do you get your team to this elite level? Is there something extra you can do to break through the remaining resistance and equip them with the right mindset to grow your business? Yes, there is. But you're not going to do it with one of those cheesy inspirational speakers or some self-proclaimed guru. What you need is someone with a real business track record to deliver key insights in a captivating way, to give your team the right tools for selling in today's tough marketplace. Enter Victor Antonio, experienced executive, innovative thinker, compelling speaker. He's ready to deliver the message you need your people to hear, not with a canned speech, but a customized, dynamic keynote designed to deliver results. Bring Victor Antonio to your next event before the competition does. Go to www.victorantonio.com for more information.